Good. I don't know what to say. I guess good evening, guys. How is everybody? I know it's late, but I just decided to jump on. I have not been on all day. Y'all know I have been busy all day long. So I just decided to get a chat in to say hello. I know y'all can't be on late. I'm gonna let y'all start getting the notifications and stuff. I see one person is on. Hey, Hero Fix TV, Lucille. Um, who else? Miss Teresa. I came on real late tonight, y'all. I've been busy all day long. And I was like, dog, I need to get on. I know it's late, but I'm kind of wired up. When I say wired up, I ain't sleepy. I've been busy all day. Um, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Hold on, you guys. Who else? I see Jeff Lee. Hey, Jeff. Oh, Jeff has been in the bushes. I was wondering. I was like, I have not seen Jeff in here in forever. Okay, Jeff has been in the bushes. I see Barbara, Mika, Miss Diane. Let's see. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's 32 people on here. So that means the rest of the people are in the bushes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I was just getting on. I wasn't getting on to stay on for long. I wanted to get on the chat because I've been, like I said, I've been busy all day. So anything that I wanted to talk about, I would have to. I guess I'll wait till tomorrow to talk about. I guess because I know half of the people are in bed. Hero Fix TV said we all night with it. Hey, Zen Memorial Services. So what's been going on today? What y'all have going on today? Hey, Harold. I ain't seen Harold in here in a long time. Shout out to Harold. Hey, boss lady. Lost my aunt today to cancer. She was more like my mom. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear it. Um, my prayers and stuff go out to you and your family. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Hey, Michelle. So what's been going on today, you guys? Um, did I miss anything today? You moving to another state? What state are you moving to, Harold? What state are you moving to? Y'all know when I dropped the link the other day, the hackers was waiting. They immediately, are you moving up north? Okay. Missouri would be considered what, like the Midwest? One of Black Youngster's relatives was killed. Who was that? That producer. Oh, now what I do know is that producer that they were saying was Black Youngster's relative is not. That was killed. I've actually asked Black Youngster's auntie when my mother was had talked to her. She was like, "Well, I don't know him. I'm not that I know of." So then when I talked to my best friend, I asked her, "Was he one of their relatives?" And she said, "No." She said that Black Youngster has his mother's last name. She said, "Not unless he's related to Black Youngster via his dad, but Black Youngster is not related. I mean, it's not close to his dad." Um, yeah, that Jatavius Benson is not related to him. His blood cousin and auntie said that. That's why I never did a story on it. She said, "No, not unless he's related to him by his dad. But Benson he got that Benson last name from his mother. So, I mean, I'm sure his auntie and his cousin would know." Right. I'm sure his aunt and his cousin would know because they're related to Black Youngster on his mom's side. Um, the descendants baby mama ordered from us. He's kin to them somehow. Oh Lord. I wonder how come his family don't know that. Like I said, I never did a story on it because I talked directly to his family, to his aunt and his cousin. They said they didn't know him. Um, Jeff Lee says University of Memphis first football game this year is against my alma mater, Bethune Keokman University. Zen says, "I don't know. I got tagged to her post on IG. She ordered Swisher packs with his pictures on it." Okay. Hmm. Maybe he's related to him on down, like on down the family line, but his closest family members don't know him, so I don't know. I sure would think his aunt would know. The whole rapper crowd was in her comments offering condolences. Wasn't he was a producer. He had produced music for a lot of rappers in the Memphis area. So he had his own studio. And I'm hearing that a lot of those rappers had did work with him, so that could have been it. See, the cousin that he has that's my best friend is not like a third, fourth, or fifth, or 120th cousin. They're very close in relations. Um, did you hear about the scandal at the church with the stolen? I didn't. Which church was that? The scandal at the church with the stolen 30K. I tell you, it's just sad. I remember we used to could go to Bible study. I used to go to this church for Bible study. It was on what street was that? I mean, it was definitely in the hood in South Memphis, like right off of Third, way on down Third. So just straight up hood. And we could hold on, y'all. We could go in the church and have we would come out and it would be dark at like 9 or 10 o'clock after, having Bible study and stuff. We didn't even have to worry about our cars and stuff being broken into. It's just sad now they goes up in the church and kill the people that's in there praising God. It's sickening. Hey, where you at? Uh, okay. All right. Yeah, my juki fruit is almost here. Um did you hear about the scandal? Monumental Baptist. I didn't. See, I had not really been on the internet today. Oh wow. Charimi is something else. But I miss my Juki fruit though. I'm kind of happy to see her. Why she gonna walk in with her head standing straight up, y'all, with her eyes wide open. I promise you, and I just be wanting to grab her and kiss all over her because her jaws be hanging. She got some of that good sugar. I promise you, her sugar is so good. She went to the doctor today and she's getting ready to turn 6 months old. And guess how many pounds she is? She is a butter ball. Y'all, she is 24 pounds. She is a butter ball. Her jaws and stuff hanging. And I can't wait to, I'm just ready to kiss her. And then when I be saying patty take to baker's man, and y'all should see her the way how had that she got a real big smile. She got a real big smile with that one little dimple. And then when I be saying roll it, and throw it in the pan, she fall out laughing. And she have her mouth wide open with no teeth in her mouth, and I just be wanting to kiss her all over. But she got a tooth. I can see that tooth coming in at the bottom. She got one little tooth about to come up. And then she'll take her head and lay it on your chest and try to suck her thumb. Oh, she just so oh Lord. Miss Diane says, I really would like to know how Quick can hire one of the best high profile lawyers from Atlanta. They say he is really good. I think I don't I'm gonna talk about that in a video tomorrow. You know, some people say they think that somebody is paying for that lawyer for him. I don't know though. I did know last night we were talking about his daughter, the other killer or the other shooter or whatever was captured. But some people say, Miss Diane, that they think that they said the pastor left and took 30,000 and was trying to push some of the people. He took 30,000. He done stole the money. He done stole the church's money. Lord have mercy. Hey, Miss Lynn. Mm-mm-mm. And was trying to push some of the people out. I'm gonna have to read about that. People have really lost their minds. Like, I mean, greed got people really just crazy. And I'm serious. Like, people have lost their minds over money. I know everybody wants to be like debt free and they don't want to have to worry about bills and things of that nature. But if you can't get as much money as you want, you got to be content with the state that you're in until you can figure out a way to get it. Because folks are losing their minds about money, and it has nothing to do with anything other than it ain't even got nothing to do with living comfortably. Because people used to just want to be able to live comfortably. Now, social media has created a whole two-headed monster, right? Um, and what it has done, people want to do is they want to get on social media. They want to get money to go buy label stuff so that they can get on social media and flex. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. I need to check my emails because I think y'all was sending me some emails yesterday, and I had not had the opportunity to log in to until right now. Yeah, Orange Mountain Quet look like he's stressed out, don't it? Out of all of them, Orange Mountain Quet look like he's stressed. He looked like he's stressed. Them eyes tell it all. He looked like he's stressed and scared out of his mind. I don't know what the world is coming to either. Hey, TB21. People don't have morals anymore. And I never thought I would live to see the day where now society is trying to make wrong right. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, they're trying to make wrong right, and there's just no way to do it. People don't have any morals. They try to do any and everything that they can to try to make their wrong right. They try to justify their wrong, and they have people. A lot of times, they have parents and stuff, grandparents, and people that's around them justifying and upholding the wrong. Um, so people don't really people don't take responsibility or don't feel like they should have to take responsibility anymore for what they do. Hey, Miss Sherry. That's the reason why the world is so twisted. I'm gonna tell you one thing I can't stand is a person that's always trying to justify their wrong instead of saying, you know what, I was wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and whatever consequences come behind that, I need to go ahead and deal with that. But people, they try and justify it, and they don't feel like they should have to pay for any type of retribution for when they violate people. Okay, there are laws against things, especially violating people. But they feel like, they've gone as far as feeling like there's justification for taking somebody's life that was not doing nothing to you. Why you take their life? Because they had made me mad. But what do these younger people have to look up to when you got a bunch of old folks acting like a damn fool? I'm at home. Y'all know I couldn't, when I was over there with my mama and my aunts, I couldn't. Greyface says Key Glock and Big Boogie posted to their stories that the song was fake. Well, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Kind of explained that last night. He said that a producer took a old something. I don't know how they do music, and I believe it. Okay, I believe it. Anybody else can believe whatever they want to believe. But the issue is, folks have issues when you say, well, I choose to believe this. We gonna kill her because she don't believe what I believe. Fuck you. You believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. And I'm going to support Key Glock. Period. But what I was getting ready to say is, and I'm not talking about y'all, not you, Greyface. I'm just saying, as a whole. Okay? Because the first thing people do is, it's always something that comes behind. How come she can't believe what I believe? Because you it's something wrong with you. That's why. Hello? Okay. And rest in peace, Young Dolph came into the chat last night. But Greyface, I'm not talking about you, so don't you take that personally. Came into the chat last night, and he said that it was something going on as it relates to a producer that was not Key Glock's song. It was Super Soul. He said the name of the producer, Super Soul, or something other. And Super Soul or whatever. I don't know these producers. And so he said that happened. He took some old music or something, and producers can do that. Hell, both two people ain't got to be in the studio, but as it happens. So if it is, then I'm sure they'll handle their business on that. But here's what people need to understand: that Big Boogie was getting ready to, from my understanding, he was going to sign with Young Dolph. Big Boogie had always been cool with Young Dolph and Key Glock. Okay. And so what ended up happening was, and Player Cole even talked about this, because I think hold on, you guys. Hold on, I'm on what's called to my blog. Look at her! Look at her! Look at her! I knew her was gonna be up. Look at her! Look at her! Patty tape to Baker's man. I roll it, throw it in the pan. You could tell this coat. Has she taken her medicine?
That's on this now. She said the stuff about the store clothes.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it to another doctor.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. What was I getting ready? What was we talking about, y'all? Uh, Great Face says, yeah, I remember. I was just putting a lid on the BS that was going around. Gotti and Juke wouldn't co-sign Boogie doing a song with Glock, or really, absolutely not. And that wasn't at you. I want you to know that either, Great Face. And I keep saying that because I'm not on no slick stuff. It was not at you. It's at the people that'll start coming into my chat asking me, why am I supporting Key Glock? Because I want to. I just wanted to put that into the atmosphere before they started doing it. Why you had supported him? I don't support him. Well, because I want to support him. You support who you want to support, and I support who I want to support. That's what grown people do. I don't get mad at people for supporting who they want to. Hey, Holiday Tracks. For me, looking at a lot of the videos, they all hung around each other and they were offering. Yeah, and so Big Boogie, I think Player Cole talked about this on his channel too, because Player Cole knows Big Boogie. And what was supposed to he was Dolph was going to sign Big Boogie, and Big Boogie was going to sign with Dolph. Gotti found out about it, and then Gotti started, actively, aggressively trying to sign him when he found out Dolph was going to sign him. And so, for whatever reasons, he decided to go with CMG. But before that, Boogie and Key Glock and Dolph were cool. And like I said, Player Cole talked about that on his channel, that it appeared to him that when they would talk about Young Dolph around him, it made Big Boogie uncomfortable. Now, I've heard him say that it made him uncomfortable, and a lot of people felt like they would do that around Big Boogie because they knew the relationship that he had with Young Dolph. So, hey, people had gotten mad when Grove Hero took a picture with when Homie G pulled down on Grove Hero when he was in some city, and to support him and took a picture with him or whatever. I wasn't mad about it. Hey, Holiday Tracks. Yes, seemed that way, Lynn. Then all the jealousy is backdoor and came in. So, I mean, I'm not going to act like people that record music, people that know about music, and I don't know a lot about music, but I do know that you don't have to have two people there. And even even if they had recorded together, Big Boogie ain't name hadn't come up and taken Young Dolph out. But I support Key Glock. I support him. I could just hear some people saying that. How come she can't do what I want her to do? Anytime you get mad at people for not agreeing or thinking or agreeing with what you believe, that is a mental illness. Because adults gonna say, well, hey, that's sane. Gonna say, well, that's what they believe. I don't believe that. Whatever. When is it a crime to associate with someone else? I don't know, because I mean, Big Boogie's name has never come up in the murder of Young Dolph. But if Key Glock says that it's fake, I believe it. Okay. Yeah. Y'all hear Miss Piggy? They hear you, girl. They hear you, girl. Y'all, she's such a big girl. She's sitting right up here next to me looking at the computer. They hear you. She got a little cold, y'all. She got her legs fold like her mama used to have her legs fold together. She used to fold her legs just like this. And she would go to sleep with her hands over her eyes. She got a little cold. Yeah, I believe him too, Letitia. Y'all should see her feet. They are so fat. Y'all should see how fat her feet are. Her legs big, like her mama had big legs. Her legs just starting to get big. Her mama came out with big legs. I'm telling you. Her mother was 7 pounds and 10 ounces. And she came out with pretty big legs. I promise you. And y'all ought to see her now. She still got nice legs and she's real long and tall. Both of my girls are very tall. I don't know where they get that height from. She got a little cold. You got a little cold, girl. Yes, her daughter told. Yes, her daughter told. Yes, her daughter told. Patty take the baiters man. A roly, and throw it in the pan. Huh? What, girl? You said what? Girl? Yeah, I should be trying to. Do you have a humidifier for her? It will lose. You know what? I don't, but that I'm glad you reminded me of that. I need to tell her mama that. We need to get one of those tomorrow. Uh-huh, trying to talk. What you say, girl? I can't believe she's such a big girl now. I mean, time just goes so fast. Oh my God. And she just looking at this computer like she know what's going on. And wiggling her toes. I can't wait to take when I get off here. I'm gonna take her socks off and start kissing her feet. Y'all, her feet be smelling just like pickles. When I take them out of the socks. She like it when I kiss her feet. But yeah, like I said, rest in peace, Young Dolph had talked about that last night. I don't, and I don't believe it, and I don't. Key Glock, I've never heard anybody say that Key Glock was involved in Young Dolph's murder. So I don't believe it. I believe the people that they have, and the people that's being looked at is behind it, and that ain't Key Glock. Yes, I have one for my nephew, and it works. He loves spending the night with his auntie. I'm gonna get one because she really is stopped up. What's wrong with the Juki fruit? What's wrong with that Juki fruit? I say, what's wrong with that Juki fruit? What's wrong with that Juki fruit? I say, what's wrong with that Juki fruit? I say, what's wrong with that Juki fruit? Mm. Mm. Oh, you smell like your milk. Mm. Mm. I love her so much. I love her so much. I love her so much. Mm. 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 So y'all, what y'all think? Tell me, why do y'all think that Orange Mound Quet got a new lawyer? Why y'all think he got a new lawyer? Why do y'all think he got a new lawyer? I love her so much. 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 Why y'all think Orange Mound Quet got a new lawyer? I can't wait till they get everyone that's involved, because every time I see his children, I get upset because they were so cold hearted that they never considered that man's children right. They never considered his children. They know they was wrong for what they did to that man. You know, somebody had posted in my chat that, you know, they felt talking about Dolph was with Trula Mafia, and then he ended up signing the dude that supposedly, I guess they're talking about Big Unc, that supposedly killed one of the young men that was killed. Well, here, let me just say this, because I know it's a bunch of old cuckabug head niggas that don't got better sense, no better sense, and that is the reason why um a lot of these young dudes like straight dropping them are so misguided. Um from I remember Rest in Peace Young Dolph saying, you know, that that Dolph and Trula Mafia had parted their ways. They had parted their ways, and you know, I do believe that he said that they were not as cool anymore because Dolph felt like they were playing both sides. And you know, supposedly because they were in the, you saw them in the pictures more. I mean, you saw him hanging out with CMG and Black Youngster and all of them. And so Rest in Peace Young Dolph kind of went into details about that situation, right? About everything that happened behind that situation with the young men. And I don't like talking about those young men because they're no longer here. But Rest in Peace Young Dolph kind of explained why Dolph parted ways with them, you know. And so for and here's the thing, you know, even if they had not parted ways, you know, and Young Dolph had decided that he wanted to sign Big Unc. Okay. That still didn't give them no right to kill him. Who they think they are to decide that somebody gonna die? Okay. Now, if they stood on, I guess they said we standing on business, why they scattered out like roaches? Why they running and scared of these indictments that they gonna get? Why are they afraid of going to spend the rest of their lives in jail. Okay? Why are they afraid of that? How come if they were standing on business, why don't they tell the folks, we did it, we plotted it, and we did it? But they're not doing that. What they do is they give this illusion to these little young dudes and stuff, that this stuff that they do is right, and they know that there's nothing that they could ever say to me to justify what they did to him. It was wrong, and these old cuckabug, napping neck cuckabug head niggas, OGs, that have the nerve to sit up and bring something like that up ought to be ashamed of themselves. These dudes ought to be ashamed of themselves, of how pathetic they are. And the women that think like that too. Young Dolph can sign, or could have signed, whomever that he wanted to. He was a businessman. Arista Records, Capitol Records, they signed any and everybody that they wanted to. They didn't give a damn who didn't like who. And they said was not even the one. Here you go. Oh, she's so heavy. Jesus. Right. They said Unc was not the one that killed him. That's what they said, that he was not the one. I think it just had everything to do with jealousy, and that was it. When it gets to the nitty gritty of everything, it had everything to do with jealousy. You had a bunch of OGs that played on the emotions of a bunch of immature people. But Orange Malquette was old enough to know better. Orange Malquette was just wanting some money, and he was brought in. But now Orange Malquette ain't. I've been saying that forever. Orange Malquette ain't paid for no hit, and he did not orchestrate it. Hey, I almost missed the party. We've been on 42 minutes. Wouldn't make sense with Unc being cool with Big 30 and Brett Gang Tavo. Seemed like they just wanted to be mad at Dolph. Just to be mad, right, T? Yeah. I think it had more to do with jealousy. I think Straight Drop and Teasing them had been mad at Key Glock and Young Dolph for a couple years. Because remember, Straight Drop had been posting some subliminals and stuff on his page. Dolph was still coming to Memphis, doing his turkeys. Nothing happened until it was instigated and motivated, and the motivation was money. Big Unc got off, but I don't know if it was on self-defense. I don't know. When will they stop with this gang violence? Something has to give somehow, some way. I wonder how Dr. King and Minister Malcolm would respond to the self-genocide in the Black community. It's sad. I'm sure they're rolling over in their graves. I'm sure that they are. It's really sad, the state that our community is in. It really is. And these young dudes don't have any guidance. And it's even worse. They made sure that, y'all know, like in the 80s, it was the crack epidemic that destroyed the Black families. This time they've dropped fentanyl and heroin and things of that nature. Because I can remember a time, like, And meth, black people didn't do no meth. Now you got black folks doing meth. Now they got drugs and they're putting it in the medications that they're freely giving out to people, to patients, knowing that it is addictive. They're making sure that there is no recuperation, because even when people got on crack in the 80s, they weren't as much as damn fools as we see now. These folks out of their rabbit ass minds, right? Gone stone crazy. And so now when they get on drugs, it's eating their brain completely up. It ain't no rehabilitation when your brain is fried. These folks' brains are scrambled eggs. That's what these drugs is doing to them. So I think that I mean, this was orchestrated, of course, I believe, by the government, because people started to try to get their lives back together probably around the 2000s. They had been on crack and stuff. And even then, you know, like I always said, you with crackheads, you always had to, I mean, you didn't have to worry about what you have to worry about now. I mean, they wouldn't go to sleep. They would be up all night. You have to sleep with your money in your panties, because they was gonna try to steal money out your purse to go get them a rock. Right? But not what we're dealing with now. These people are sadistic. They sick. And so, like I said, I believe they've made these drugs stronger so that there could be no recuperation. Because look at heroin. When people are on heroin, like, you can never really get off heroin. Like, you can't go cold turkey on heroin. It has to be substituted with some type of other drug, right? I think it's a shame, you know, what they're doing to the black community. And I would, to all communities, but I do believe that they weaponize a lot of this stuff in the black community, because the goal is to destroy the black man. That has always been the threat, and that is the goal. And it's a damn shame a lot of these black men too pathetic, not all of them, to see what's going on, to come up out of this stuff and pull their sons up out of it. Instead they go and crash out and then encourage their sons to do my son a G. I don't know how these women deal with some of these men. See, I love men that are methodical, that are strategic, and that's just strong, protective men. Ain't nobody perfect, but I love that. The man is supposed to be the head. They're really supposed to be protecting and providing for their women and their children. But what we see now is, and you know, they looked out for the community. They came together and strategized. They try to talk about the women being strong. They talk about us because they put us in a position where we have to be strong. How his damn kids gonna eat? Because he want to go out there and do fentanyl. He wants to be a damn gangbanger and mad because a strong woman to say, you can't bring that shit back to my household and I got these kids here, for them to come looking for you. Oh, she ain't got my back. She don't want nobody to break in and rape her. Like I said, you know, hey, these men, so some of them are so sick now, you know, men would fight to the death of them to protect their families. It used to be. Now you have a lot of them, when folks breaking up into the home, like I said before, they goes and hide and fold up and hide in the damn refrigerator and leave the woman and the kids to fend for herself. Like I said before, the little babies fighting hard because they already know these folks are sadistic. I worked for the police department for too long. I've seen it happen. When these men are so sick now that when they break up into the house, they want to rape that woman, or they want to rape the youngest thing there. Now they want to rape the little boy. The little baby is fighting. They pampers and shit then fell all off. They fighting so hard to try and help to protect their mama, while they damn no good ass daddy and hid in the damn freezer. And like I said, that's when she needs to get a lock and lock his ass in there and let him freeze to death. He ain't no good to the family. but want to be mad at the woman because she trying to, she wants some structure. She won't hold me down. She working 2 jobs. I don't see how she do that. Work 2 jobs and he got his pathetic ass at home somewhere so she could feed his damn kids. And he don't feel, I ain't gonna go work no white man's this job, spit running all out his damn mouth. Ooh, let me stop. I'm eating on my pie. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up around strong men. What these men don't understand is if they did what they were supposed to do, the women would follow. I'd be submissive to a good man that was providing and protecting. I would, as strong as my personality is, I be wanting to know as much as I got going on that he gonna step in and help me and make what I got better. Instead, they trying to step in. What your daddy had leave did you? Can't you take some of that money and help me out? No, nigga. Get your ass away from me. They want to come in and ride your back. I ain't got nothing for you. But you can come in and prove yourself to me. You got a rider for life. As long as I know you got me. She ain't got me. She ain't. And these women, the sad thing about it is these women feel like that they are supposed to do that. I had got to work 5 jobs to prove to him that I got his back. Okay. I don't rock like that. And so I get mad at these men when they sit up and get mad at women being strong because they put us in a position where we have to fend for ourselves and be strong while they're up under the damn influence. Kiss my ass. Okay. You put us in that position and then get mad about it. Okay. I had a strong daddy, and these men want you to help them. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like I said, a lot of women are damaged because you have women grinning. Okay. He said he had wanted us to get joint bank accounts, girl. I had put his name on my bank account. We're gonna have 2 banks account. The same bank account. He ain't got damn tears to cry with. What? So who benefited? She done put his name on her money. That nigga ain't got tears to cry with. But a lot of these women, because men are not showing their daughters love and what a man is supposed to do. They ain't. Okay? I'll never forget. When I was working at 201, I walked downstairs to the court area to the lower level. And it's a jungle down there. I promise anybody been down there know. But I was going to the teller. Right. And I was standing in line waiting to get some money out of the teller machine. And I was looking at, they were standing outside of this lady, and this man was standing outside of one of the courts. And he was like, can't you get some more? Can't you get a little bit more money out? She was like, this all I got. This all I can spare. He was like, you ain't got no more. You can't get no more. You can't borrow no more. I got to pay this lawyer. Can't you get some more out? Well, I got the little money I got left. That's to feed the kids. You sitting up talking about you got to feed your motherfucking kids and I'm fighting for my life. He went off on her. A sorry motherfucker. I never forgot that. And she's standing there looking at him, giving them all her money. And she's talking about she got to save some of her money to feed her kids. and he done went and got his funky bitch ass, nothing ass in trouble. Motherfucker, you ain't got no money. Why you out there committing crimes, bitch? It's asinine. You ain't getting no money. Okay? And then she's sitting up talking about, well, the little money I got left is I gotta get the kids something to eat. He said, you talking about feeding your kids and I'm fighting for my life like her kids supposed to starve because he a fuck nigga. And a lot of women okay with that. They feel like they supposed to put up with that. Woo. That's the reason why, y'all, I be doing okay, you know, by myself a lot of times. You know, I'll date. I will. I'll date. But I ain't gonna take on no burdens. Because that turns me into a mad woman. Don't you ever think you're gonna use me. You come into my life, I can't start doing worse. You got to go. It take money to look at that lake and twiddle my damn toes and shit. Okay? It costs. So, I mean, you know, them bills don't be nothing nice. Okay? So you got to have something. If you can't take me to another level, which is what a man's supposed to do. Some of these men so crazy. They don't understand if they came in with a drive, with the right mindset, and they treated their woman right, he would go to the damn top. Because more women are good women that they would know. And if they came together and did that woman right, she could help to accentuate any dream that he had. And he'll be on top. But the mindset of some of these folks is so sick. They feel like that's the reason why God can't bless a lot of these men, because he says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. They don't know how to treat their good thing. They get a good woman, but because she ain't a good whore, he got a problem with her. She don't eat the shit out of my ass. These folks sick. They doing everything. So he'll try to get somebody's good daughter to help him build an empire, and it might happen. So he can go get him a whore that's gonna eat the shit out of his ass. And they literally doing that, pissing all on him. And guess what? He can't keep it. Once he mistreat his good thing for a whore, he can't keep it. He'll lose it. Because she could be a good whore, but she ain't got the mind that good woman that God gave him, got. And she ain't got the favor on her life. He only made it by way of the favor that was on his good things life, and he didn't even know how to treat her. That's why a lot of these men losing. Okay? I'm telling you, them bills come every 25 days. I got to get ready to pay a mortgage in another day or so. Okay? And on Friday. So, you know, I don't know what's going on. And a lot of women ruining their sons. They are. Well, you know, they'll tell their son to use a woman. Use her. Give me some too. Can't even talk. Get me some too. You use and get me some. Okay. Right. That's the reason why women don't even like to help men come up no more. It's best to get them when they got it, when they on their feet, because they're gonna leave it for a hoe. Hey KY87. They want somebody that's gonna be putting toys and stuff. They mad because you saying no, baby. I don't, what you mean? I don't want to. It's something wrong with wanting to put a toy in your booty. They want somebody that don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay. I'm telling you, we living in the last days. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We living in the last days. Unfortunately, a lot of this young generation, these girls ain't been taught. That a man that want his booty hole played with is on the down low. They don't know it. They feel like it's okay because he got her doing it. He ain't gay because he had guided did a woman to do it. They don't know no better. Ain't nobody teaching them nothing. Yeah, I've always said I worked downtown too long. If a man been in jail more than 6 months, I would not let him touch me. If the nigga go to jail for longer than 6 months, I would not let him touch me. He all in the hole. Why he in the hole? Because the officers down there don't like him. I used to work in the chief's office. I was able to look at why they was in the hole when they were called. We had gonna get a lawyer. They keep putting him in the hole. I said, why they keep putting him in the hole? He on because you know them jailers hating on him. I'll be looking at the case notes in the hole for having sex. Ain't nothing but men that have sex with having sex with another man. I couldn't tell them that. I go, oh, okay, well, yeah, you go on and get your lawyer then. I'm telling you. That's why a lot of these men can't stay out of jail. They don't know how to function on the outside. So subconsciously, they do whatever is necessary to go back to jail to be in there with their boyfriends. Because see, I'm gonna tell you something. And what these men don't know is they really should be ashamed of themselves. If you're gonna be gay, come out and be gay. Okay. But I don't like men that be undercover and have women and they know they like men. They goes to jail because a lot of those transgender men come into their jail. And they be up there. It's I guess they feel like it's worth going to the hole for and doing 90 days because they gonna hit them. I'm telling you, they goes and they mess with them. When I was working, those transgender men will tell you that the majority of their men and stuff, you know, will be upstairs and they be up there. They talk about they up there on the 4th floor, and the majority of those transgenders will be in there for aggravated prostitution. Them men didn't even know that they in there having sex with them transgender men, and they still men. They are not women, and they were in there for aggravated prostitution. Anytime prostitution has aggravated in front of it, it means that that person, whether it's a man or a woman, got AIDS. People don't even know that. Aggravated prostitution, they don't even stop to think what aggravated prostitution means. It means that they know that they have AIDS and they're out there prostituting. I'm telling you, these people out of their minds. They don't care. They just want to stick their thing in something. That's why I said these folks ought to be ashamed of themselves for what they do. They sure be down there doing it. D. Roy said, I got to come out the bushes for them. I'm telling you, it be them hardcore thugs. I never forget. I was working down in I went and did some overtime. I went down to processing and working in the booking window. Whoever done been to jail know about the booking window, child. I worked in the book. I went and worked some overtime in the booking window. This was years ago. And shoot, they had said, the chief was like, "Would you want to work some overtime? We got a milk truck coming in. Jelly's got a milk truck coming in." That was a lot of that means that they was doing like a blue crush where they was gonna go and arrest all the prostitutes, all the simple drug dealers, and petty drug dealers, and all and the men that was out there prostituting. They had brought in all those drug dealers, all those gang members that had warrants and all that. We had booked them in, right, and I could always see them in IDFP. It's a glass window where you can see them when they go over to IDFP when they're waiting for classifications to house them. And then the milk truck with the men came in. That was the transgenders that that they went and arrested for prostitution. They just gathered them up and arrested them. When we booked them in, when they got ready to go over to IDFP, I went and stood in the window to see how them thugs, all them thugs, them gang members that they had just arrested, I went and stood in that window to see how that they were going to react when they started coming through that door. And you saw some of them move away from them, but for the most part, if y'all had seen how they was lusting after the men, how they was looking at them, they knew that they were men. Some of them had some breasts and stuff. If y'all had seen that, y'all wouldn't. I'm telling y'all. Like I said, people can do whatever they want to, but I think they just need to be true to who they are. But what they do is, I said that to say this, they don't be wanting no woman anyways. And those girls be coming down there, they've been and just had babies and stuff. Still they still not well and all of that. Because when you have a baby, you can easily have a setback. They coming down there barely walking and stuff. And the men be up there with them other men. That's the reason why a lot of them can't stay out of jail, like I said, because they don't know how to function if they ain't up under another man. And it's just sad that a lot of these women don't realize that. But it's the truth. Leave it to me to lose everything. I mean, I lose everything. Yep. She says sickening. It happens. That's the reason why you see it. I think that's why a lot of these men hate women. Because they're not strong enough to live in their truth. If you want a man, go get you a man. Be with him. They being with him anyways on the low. Leave that woman alone. He about to beat that lady to death because she ain't no man. That's what's going on. I can't stand no man that beat women. Oh, I can't stand it. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Because I can't find what I'm looking for. And I know I wrote it down. People don't ask questions no more. Sometimes you have to ask a man if he gay, if he been with another man. Sometimes if you ask them, they might tell you. Because some of them sick enough to believe that a man that's living his life as a woman ain't no man. A lot of times you could save yourself a whole lot of trouble if you ask some questions. These folks so man hungry, they don't want to ask no questions because they don't want to run him out. I don't want to offend him. Girl, you might as well go ahead and get it over with on the front end. It'll save you a whole lot of trouble. Have you ever messed with a man that dressed like a woman? It might offend him. No, it's gonna offend you if you find out that he has. Because if he has, he probably he's still liking men. I'm sorry, y'all, for pulling that paper in y'all ear. I was looking for something I cannot find it. That is a female trait to be on all four or on one's back. God dang, my fam's is a doctor. Microscopic abrasion brings about that stretching out the elastic in back. I don't mean to laugh. It's sad. I celebrated my birthday. I'm for happy belated birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday to you. Yep, happy birthday to you. He said that's a female trait to be on all four. Yep. I wish things could, when people say, well, those are the olden days, times change where the women supposed, no, no, times don't change. People just get comfortable with being, most men though, most real men, they have an issue with eating off of a woman. It makes a man proud, oftentimes a good man, to know that his woman needs him. Okay, it makes him happy. Save her a lot of trouble. It will save her. Save her a whole lot of trouble. It will save her life to ask questions. Yep. I just don't get it. What the hell going on with men wanting to be a woman and woman wanting to be a man? That's true. It's like the roles have switched. People don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, more women are masculine and more men are feminine. I believe Minister Farrakhan on a lot of what he said about these medications and what they're putting in the meds. I do. I believe it. And the vaccinations and all of that to cause this. Save her a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. It said not in my youth, not in my, yeah. It's really sad the way things are now, y'all. It really is. People, it is. It's really sad. And the sad thing about it is you don't have the elders correcting it. They egg on a whole lot of stuff. They do. They egg on a lot of stuff. So it's sad. It is. It's sad. Have you guys hit the like button? Who's all in the chat? I only see like maybe 5 people commenting, but it's like 62 people in here. It's a hella feeling to know both parties got each other's front and back. Right. There's nothing better than knowing that you got somebody that both people, got each other's back. I know for me, I love it when I know somebody I could depend on somebody else. Of course, I'm a very loyal person because at that point um you feel secure enough to start building with that person. Men and women both, because there's a lot of women that are gold diggers. Now, I'm not just being hard on the men, but people know when a person is favored and blessed. So when you have gifts, because some people have the gift of they just know how to put stuff together. They know how to put stuff together. They're very smart. They know how to make things bigger. And so people will see that you know how to do that, and they'll use you for that. So you have to be very meticulous about who you can't cash your pearls to swine. I'm telling you, and let people use you. And it's sad to say in this day and time, people strictly out for self. What is it that they can get out of you? How can they use you up? That's what they want to do. They want to use you up. You're absolutely right, D Royal. That's exactly what the Bible said. We see a lot of stuff that's in the Bible coming to pass. They're trying to refute a lot of what's in the Bible because people want to, write their own laws and do whatever they want to do. That's why the world is so messed up now. We've never seen it this bad before, and it's getting worse because people listening more to what man say. They got them questioning, is there really a God? And um that was the old ways. We gonna, you could do it this way, and everything is cat raggedy, tore up cat raggedy. Juki. Yes, they need to pick their Bible up and reading it. I have started back. I make sure each and every night. Now I've started back doing what I used to do, and that is always reading the scripture and meditating on that and going to bed with that scripture in my heart. Because the enemy is running so rampant. The enemy tries to attack you in your sleep. So I think it's always good to keep a word. It's sad how some people are so tormented now that they're so tormented that they some people scared to go to sleep. And they'll say, I'm scared to go to sleep because I'm tormented. The enemy is at them like that. And that just means you need to pray. Start praying more. Because with more and more people dealing in all kinds of sorcery and witchcraft um and things of that nature, you know, they believe in what they do. They cast and spells for nothing other than they see greatness on your life, and they think that they can hijack that if they either run you crazy or try to kill you, run you to the grave. And so even with witchcraft, that cannot override the power of God. No witch in hell. And so that's the reason why you have to always pray and keep a word on the inside of you or whatever, so that you can reverse every curse that has been sent at you and your family. A lot of people croaked out right now because they came up against a person that was filled and covered, you know, with the word of God. And they thought that they was gonna be going and spewing them spells and standing all down there at the graveyard and stuff. And before you knew it, they was that grave that they was standing in front of, they was in it. Okay, so that's why you have to consistently pray. You just do. Even now, like I'll take time out of the day, regardless to where I'm at, to stop and pray. You know, during midday, I don't even wait until night anymore, because things are just so crucial now. So you have to consistently pray, and I feel like when you pray like that, when you're consistently praying, God just kind of guides you away from danger and things of that nature. And when you have goals and stuff, you're able to light and blaze your own path. I love vlogging and stuff on YouTube, but I don't get on YouTube to fight, to go back and forwards. It's unfortunate that is done on here, but YouTube is not my source. It's not my source. And I'm definitely not going to turn my channel into a sideshow freak because I want to beef and stuff all the time for some views. I get the amount of views that I should get at this point in time. And then when it's time for me to go up, it's gonna happen regardless to what anybody says. But I feel like things happen when it should. Right? I'm not gonna go buy no views. I ain't gonna hire no hackers to try to mess with nobody else's views. And subscribers. I'm not gonna do it. That would make me mentally ill. Hmm. But y'all, as far as Orange Mound Quet, like I said, it's gonna get interesting with Quet. I got a lot to say about that, but I'm gonna do a video on it tomorrow. But I had already said a whole lot about that, about Orange Mound Quet. Um, I pray so much that He will protect and shield the people that's going forward and to prosper. The Bible says, "Pray without ceasing." The Bible absolutely says to pray without ceasing. It does. It says to pray without ceasing. if we need prayer more than ever now because people are very robotic. They People think that the weed that they're smoking now is a herb, something that's being grown in laboratories. They don't trick them like it's a herb. When the government made weed legal, I wouldn't, if I was a weed smoker, because I've never smoked weed. But had I been a weed smoker when the government made it legal, I wouldn't have touched it no more. Because you, as hard as the government fought against weed, um, and that is because I believe during that time it had major healing components. Back in the 80s when Bob Marley and all of them was talking about what we did for them. I truly believe at that time when they was trying to keep everybody from getting it, that it was a cancer healer, and it helped with pain, as they said, when it was truly a herb. It ain't no herb now. It's a chemical. Anything grown in a laboratory it's a chemical. It's not a herb. And then now something that the government fought to make illegal, got so many men in jail for now. Um, they've made it legal. They fought to keep it illegal. Now they've made it legal. There's something wrong with that. People want to get high so much. Hell, when folks smoke weed now, they look like a damn zombie. Okay, and they got the nerve to think it's a herb. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um. Yeah, every knee shall bow, every time will confess. Yeah, Yahweh Yahshua is Lord. Um, Lynn says, I pray that Orange Mountain Quet will confess his faults, and hopefully it will bring him peace with his daughter and Dolph because he's lost. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off. I had a long day today. I just wanted to get on to holler at you guys, but I am gonna be putting some videos up tomorrow. Okay, I done got tired, and my daughter in there trying to sleep, and my grandbaby whining, so I'm gonna get her so my daughter can go to sleep because she has to work. So I want you guys to know that I truly appreciate you. I was touching bases with you guys. Look for videos tomorrow because I'm gonna put out quite a few. I'm gonna talk about this Orange Mountain Quet situation, the lot of cash death stole situation. So people ask me about the Key Glock situation. I'm not gonna touch on that. I support Key Glock, and that's it. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. I already talked about that. I might talk about the Key Glock situation. I don't know. And there's a few more things that I want to talk about, okay? But anyways, you guys, I love you guys. Have a good night.